26 to 2. Dennis Walter with you until 3. My next guest is an expert in sexuality and dating. Her mission is all about untabooing womanhood, giving advice on social media to teens about digital dating. The author of For Fox's Sake, Rowena Murray, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Dennis.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about your book. Who's it for?
So the book was written for teenage girls. So the world has changed enormously over the last few years. Snapchat's only 5 years ago. So when it comes to sex education, sexuality and all the information that's out there, it's a really important topic for teenage girls today.
How much is taught in schools?
It really varies. Schools have a lot of say over what's taught and what's not. Often it's left up to the parents, and of course that's a mixed bag as well. So anything that, we can provide more information and more helpful information does help. Can't all be on parents, can't all be on schools.
The thing is, there's one other tool where they can find out a lot of information called their computer.
Yes, there is. Yeah, and some of it's not particularly savoury. Almost it's estimated that a third of all web traffic is actually pornography. So that is a huge volume of data, and it's literally at the click of a mouse. So.
So should parents then be having these discussions a lot earlier?
They actually do have to be having the discussion a lot earlier than what, has been previously thought as a sensible thing. So, most teenagers have actually seen pornographic material by the time they're 11 or 12. So it really brings to the fore that you need to be having these conversations early and often.
Actually, that's... the kids in high school, when I was going to school, it might have been the centerfold in a Penthouse or a Playboy.
Exactly.
This is on something that's sitting in every household.
It's so true. When I was a teenager, we found one cheeky magazine in our school, and I think that thing got passed around till it turned into dust, but that was all we saw the whole time. Whereas now, most of them are actually seeing it on smartphones or iPads.
How much of a problem is cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is a really big problem. It's just so easy. It doesn't feel like real life for people when they're behind a screen tapping away. So the things that they say online, they wouldn't say face to face. So it actually is quite a problem for teenagers today.
The dating world, are we going to see teenagers starting their dating life online?
Most definitely. A lot of them are already doing it, yeah. It's been such a shift. But what's interesting, it's not just teenagers, like literally from university campuses to the retirement home, online dating is completely the new normal now.
But Richard, who's working on the program, or he attends, says his parents wanted him to watch American Pie so he could learn something.
I don't know if that's great dating advice, but... It's an absolute hoot of a movie, though.
There we are. I'm going to get Richard to come in and have a chat.
Terrific.
96900 693 13 13 32. I'd love to hear from parents too about sort of the experience of the speed, the pace of everything that's in the world at the moment moving forward. Did American Pie work for you, Richard?
Probably not for what they intended it for, but I remember I was about 12 at the time, or that age, 11, when you're starting to learn about the birds and the bees, and I was just a bit, what am I going to learn for this? I was a bit unsure.
And so you learned nothing? Was that the extent of your domestic education on that front?
Yes, genuinely. I had to find the rest out for myself, which was a little bit scary, but also I'm glad that I didn't have my parents sitting me down and telling me about how babies are born and, when a man loves a woman.
Any chance any of your parents are listening right now?
Look, there's a solid chance. I do have a big Italian family, so word's going to get back to Mum.
There you are. Thank you, Richard. Charlie, good afternoon.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Good, Charlie.
I disagree with your person. Maybe she's referring just to younger generation, but online dating I find is absolutely and utterly ridiculous. There's no interpersonal skills. There's no eye contact. How can you establish anything over a photo over the internet?
You can. I don't know. I haven't done it, but I guess it's a first step. Coffee shops must make a fortune out of first dates.
They would be making an absolute fortune out of it.
They're getting to know you, coffee.
Definitely. You're absolutely right. I mean, what's fascinating with online dating at the moment, the latest data is that 25% of Australians had done online dating 5 years ago. That figure's now up to 50%, so it is happening. But you are right. You don't get a lot of a read of a person just from a photo or some messages messages, my advice is to get into the coffee shop sooner rather than later.
How would you advise people to go about it then, if they're not going to go online?
If they're not going to go online, ask friends, get referrals, get out to the local bar, get out to, get hobbying. It's a great way to do it.
Hobbying, book clubs.
Absolutely.
Movie clubs.
Yep, stitch and bitch, it's all good.
Charlie, thank you very much for your call. John, good afternoon.
Hi, Dennis and guests. Look, I think the virtual world of the computer is a world of convenience. But the world of convenience is not necessarily the real world. And I would recommend that people get off the computer, no matter how convenient it is, and get out into the real world and actually look at people in the eye, touch them, talk to them, do things in the real world.
I don't, but this world is part of our world now, John. And I know people who have gone onto dating sites and found absolute true love.
Absolutely. It's been a boon for the wedding industry.
John, so you would never say, if you're in that situation, you would never use, to maybe meet someone online?
Well, look, I would not do it, but I'm not saying it cannot help some people. But people get lulled into this sense that the virtual world is the real world, but it isn't. And people need to remember to keep in touch with the real world.
Keep the art of conversation.
Absolutely. John, it's absolutely hilarious because I've heard multiple cases of people being on the first date, whether it's the first coffee date with someone they've met online, and their dating companion has actually been swiping through their phone, sending messages to all the other people they're online dating, which is beyond obnoxious and rude. So you've got a very valid point.
Okay, fair enough, John. Thank you for your call. Can you stay around?
Absolutely.
96900 693, Rowena Murray from the book For Fox's Sake, which helps out predominantly teens, and available in all good bookstores. Have you met online? I'd love to hear from people who have met online and it's developed into a really strong and good relationship. There must be some good stories around, otherwise people wouldn't be doing it.
Oh, it's so true. I'm actually going to a wedding in 2 months' time. Some friends of mine who met completely online. A friend of mine, she broke up with her partner and went, right, I'm going for this. She went on 11 dates in 13 days, but found the love of her life, and they're getting married in a couple of months, so it certainly can happen.
And the other thing is with life these days, if you were single, male or female, you don't necessarily want to go and stand in the front bar of a local pub waiting and hoping that on Mr. Right or Miss Right's going to walk through the door.
No, not necessarily. I don't think online dating is a solution to everything, but it's a handy thing.
So do a lot of people do they meet in their workplaces?
Still, yeah, definitely. Meeting through friends, meeting workplaces, all of the old-fashioned, traditional ways of meeting people are still definitely valid.
18 to 2, Rowena Murray with me. We'll take more of your calls. Have you met online? What have been the experiences of dating sites? 96900 693 or 13 13 32.
Money News with Ross Greenwood.
Remember Scott Morrison the other day went into Parliament with a lump of coal and basically argued in defence of coal as an asset. Now remember that coal is our second largest export generator in terms of money coming into this country.
Weeknights from 7.
Then I saw the Green Group come out and say this was a disgrace, he should apologise because coal kills so many people, blah, blah. I sat there and thought, really? Coal's killed so many people? How many lives has coal and the electricity it generates saved?
On 3AW 693.
Did you know the skin is the body's largest organ? So love the skin you're in with Healthy Care Grapeseed Extract from Chemist Warehouse. Grapeseed extract may help to reduce free radical cell damage and could also assist in improving blood circulation, important for healthy skin. Buy Healthy Care Grapeseed Extract 12,300 capsules for just $25.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label, use only as directed. Chemist Warehouse, you'll find them all over Australia.
If you're downsizing the family home, think about what you're leaving behind. Your much-loved garden, a neighbourhood you know. With HomeSafe, you can stay in your home, unlock the savings, and have the funds for the retirement lifestyle you've always wanted. HomeSafe is not a reverse mortgage. It just receives its agreed share of your home when it's sold. HomeSafe Wealth Release. Change nothing, change everything. Call 1300 306 059. Available in most postcodes in Melbourne. Terms, conditions and eligibility criteria apply.
Can you give me kisses, Misty? Give me kisses, Misty. Can you give me kisses, Misty?
So, you let your dog lick you on the mouth. At Mega Pet Warehouse, we love people who love their pets. So we have a mega range of pet foods and pet supplies at the lowest prices. Like Royal Canin 15 kilo dog food now $20 off. IAM's 18 kilogram dog food now $75. And Fancy Feast Classic 85 gram tins just 89 cents. Mega Pet Warehouse. We love people who love their pets. Ringwood, Epping, Hoppers Crossing and Cheltenham. Megapet.com.au.
50 years ago, Roberts RV World introduced the motorhome which is known today as a Avida, Australia's top-selling motorhome. And now just released the 2017 Avida Caravan. A quality build, just like our motorhomes, plus 3-year factory-backed warranty and roadside assistance with 5-year structural warranty. Check the new range at 1602 Sydney Road, Camberfield, Roberts RV World.
Take your home wherever you go. Roberts RV World.
See you later.
Australian business. The NBN is here and it will affect your internet, phone, EFTPOS machine and security alarm. If you're looking for the perfect NBN-ready solutions to keep your business running, speak to the NBN specialists at Commander to find out more about our NBN solutions, now including double data. Let Commander help you achieve your business goals today. Go to commander.com.au or speak to your local Commander centre and demand a Commander. Offer ends March 31.
It's 1:45. Dennis Walter with you until 3. Rowena Murray was with me, the author of For Fox's Sake. Matt, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, Matt. Go ahead.
Look, I met my partner online through eHarmony, and to be honest, we both had about enough of it when we met, but decided, we'd have a go out for dinner, and so she asked me out for coffee, and I said, look, what about we have dinner? I work all day. And so we had dinner, and after we finished, we decided we could do it again. And we've been together ever since.
How long have you been together?
Over 2 years.
And you were both ready to give it away?
Yeah.
Did it feel odd going out to dinner with someone that you pretty well didn't know anything about?
Not really.
So,
yeah, if I met someone in a pub, I didn't know anything about them either.
No, that's right. Or if you, in decades past, you're at the dance and you get the courage up to wander across the dance floor, and then you say, "Can I have this dance?" And she says, "Nope," and you walk back very lonely.
That's the worst thing that can happen, isn't it?
That's it. Worse. But it's just different time. It's different pace of things, isn't it?
That's dead right. I mean, at least I knew she was going to sit down and have dinner with me.
And you didn't have that experience that Rowena was talking about, where the other person was on the phone actually checking out the other people who'd applied to meet them.
No, because we'd actually were both we'd had that many what we called weird people that are out there, and then discovered that we didn't have any of that. We had a lot of things in common, which was the reason eHarmony is supposed to match you up.
Sounds like you found the right person at just about the right time when enough was enough.
I think that was that was it for both of us. She was ready to give it up, and so was I.
Matt, in your circle of friends, have you got other people who have met online? And may I ask what age you are?
I'm 65.
65, yep.
And so I was in my early 60s when I met my partner, and she's 59.
All right.
And yeah, it was good.
Definitely living proof that it is for all age groups.
Is it becoming increasingly used by people who are in their sort of more mature years?
Definitely. They're actually one of the fastest growing demographics on both social media and online dating.
Thank you, Matt. David, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'd like to share my story.
Go ahead.
37 years ago, I met my beautiful wife at the Croydon pub at a dance, and things went from there, and we're still married. 2 beautiful daughters, aged 32 and 30, and wouldn't have it any other way.
Have you got friends, though, Matt? That's sort of the standard way. You've been in a bar, you've met someone, and she's floated your boat, and away you go. But have you got other friends who have met people online, dating online?
No, not even my daughters. No, not at all.
All right, thank you for your perspective. Jenny?
Hello, Dennis. How are you?
Good.
That's good. I met my husband online, and that was back in 1999, before the thought of horrible people sort of invading you ever came to mind. He was in Alaska at the time, and we met on a site called ICQ, and he's a Melbourne boy, and he came back to Melbourne, and we got married in 2001.
So the early part of your relationship was just, emailing?
No, it was online chatting.
Right.
But most of our time was reminiscing about the old days here in Melbourne, because he was born and bred in Coburg, and we talked to the likes of Polly Waffles and White Nights and all the sorts of things that brought back memories. Yeah, so that was lovely. That really was.
How long was he in Alaska, and did you consider going to live there?
He was in Alaska for 15 years, and I didn't consider going there. He wanted to come home to Melbourne. He was ready to come home anyway, and live and retire, because he was around about 50, I think, at the time. So, yes, it sort of just all fell into place, so to speak.
Do you know other people who've had a positive online experience like you?
No, I don't.
All right, Jenny, thank you. Been married for 16 years this year. Harley, good afternoon.
Hi, how you going?
Good.
Just want to tell you the story about how I met my now fiancée. We sort of had a bit of a crush on each other since we were about 18, 19. We actually met through her ex-boyfriend. I'm now about to turn 25. She's about to turn 24. We hadn't seen each other in about a year. Unfortunately, she was with a guy who was pretty undesirable before me. Not that I'm saying I'm the most desirable man out there. We happened to come across each other on Tinder, and within about half an hour, we both admitted we've always had a little thing for each other. Went on our first date, and we've been inseparable ever since, and it's been 8 months now, and I've asked her to marry me, and she said yes, so...
Congratulations.
Well done, Harley. How long between seeing each other?
We hadn't seen each other in about a year and a half. We used to see each other out at, we used to watch a lot of live music, sort of always knew the same people and always kept tabs on each other. I always asked if she was single yet, and finally she became single. I had no idea. I was just on Tinder one day and came across her, and that was just it. That was the last person I messaged on Tinder. I deleted it as soon as we organised our first date.
Harley, tell us about the feeling when you spotted her on Tinder.
It's pretty hard to explain. My heart went pretty crazy. It was the first time I guess I ever really felt something insanely strong for someone. It was, I guess, love at first sight all those years ago. Her ex-boyfriend actually wanted to fight me because he knew that I had a little thing for her when I met her, which is pretty, says a lot about his character. But, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what to say to her, but luckily everything just came out quite fluently, and, it all worked out for the best.
What about you? You going?
She's actually here with me right now. It's on speaker. We're in the car driving, so...
And what's her name?
Ella.
Hello, Ella.
Hi, Ella.
Hello.
This is a very lovely story.
Thank you.
In your circle of friends, Harley and Ella, do you know lots of people who have met online and it's developed into a really good relationship?
Ella's old housemate, who is actually one of the people I met her through. He met his girlfriend on Tinder, and Ella moved in with me and she moved in with him, and they're happily together. They've been together for as long as we have.
Harley, Ella, thank you very much. We'll take more calls after the break. It's 8 to 2, 3AW. Rowena Murray is with me, the author of a book called For Fox's Sake, which helps young girls, teenage girls, as they head towards adulthood in the current sort of very busy and internet-connected lifestyle. But your calls, have you met someone on the internet? Has it worked out? 96900 693.
CarAdvice.com rates and expertly reviews every new car in Australia, even comparing the old versus new, just like a Hollywood megastar who's had a bit of surgery done, only less creepy. CarAdvice.com. Every new car, every last detail.
A revolutionary new hearing aid is now available from Ear and Hearing Australia. It's the world's first invisible 24/7 wearable device which you can wear during all daily activities: exercising, showering, talking on the phone, sleeping. No maintenance, no batteries to change, and no need to insert or remove daily. If you have trouble hearing, have a trial of this amazing hearing aid. Call Ear and Hearing Australia today on 1300 761 667.
The Telstra Business Centre Bayside in Mentone has a whole range of tailored solutions that can help your business. Sometimes there's no substitute for talking it all through face to face. The team at Telstra Business Centre Bayside are happy to answer your questions and provide expert advice. So give the team at Telstra Business Centre Bayside a call on 1300 822 229 and make an appointment for an on-site visit, or call in and see them at 2 Nepean Highway, Mentone.
Ever been the one who has to organise a funeral? At a time of grief, you may not feel confident that you're choosing the right funeral company and getting the best value for money. Actually, it's simple. Simplicity Funerals is the name known for good value. They keep it simple to keep the price down, yet you still get a perfectly dignified funeral your family will be proud of. Simplicity Funerals. Simply a sensible solution for an affordable funeral. 9568 7590.
Attention all you book lovers out there. We feel the need to make you aware that online at brotherhoodbooks.com.au, we have over 150,000 books to browse through. Our prices for second-hand books will impress. As for variety, there's no need to stress. We have rarities to fiction, romance to sport, history, self-help, and kids' books of every sort. Sick of high prices and charges galore? Pay no freight for 3 books or more. It's all for charity, so don't delay. Visit brotherhoodbooks.com.au today.
See all the stars of the British and Hollywood movie industry on stage when Foxtel presents the 2017 British Academy of Film Awards. The BAFTAs, 8:30pm tonight on UK TV.
How do you do? I'm Scott Goodman from Goodman Group Lawyers. You've taken care of the funeral, now you need to obtain probate and not sure where to start. You need Goodman Group Lawyers. There's a strict time limit of 6 months to contest a will. Act now. You need Goodman Group Lawyers. We don't charge hourly rates or bill you for each phone call. We'll give you a fixed price, guaranteed. You need Goodman Group Lawyers. Visit goodmangroup.com.au to arrange your first free consultation with one of my expert lawyers. Goodman Group Lawyers, your lawyers.
Hi, Hans from Kboyle Electric. Massive air conditioning sale. Up to 20% off Daikin. Up to 25% off Mitsubishi Electric. Up to 30% off Panasonic. Prompt installation. Massive up to 30% off retail price. Air conditioning sale on now. 9809 2222. KboyleElectrics.com.au.
New year. New look. New Lexus. At Lexus of Blackburn. Make 2017 the year of the Lexus. In the new look. Lexus IS 200T Luxury. And you'll be on your way from just 58,888 drive away. Make your way to Lexus of Blackburn before February 28. 146 Whitehorse Road or lexusofblackburn.com.au. Terms and conditions apply. LMCT 10093.
And can you feel the love tonight?
It is where we are. Elton John got married on this date in 2004 in Sydney. And not in 2004, in 1984, and they divorced in 1988. Can you feel the love tonight? It is Valentine's Day. Daryl, who used to work here at 3AW, has emailed me. I met my wife online 7 or so years ago. We're still very, very happy. So anyone that says it's a load of rubbish, if you find the right person, it can work for the initial meeting as it could in any place, whether it's a hotel or whatever. And Daryl's also editorial comment here. Valentine's Day is purely commercial and aimed at men to buy women things. When was the last time you saw an ad aimed towards women suggesting they can buy for their men? There are 364 other perfectly good days to tell my wife I love her.
Very true.
Daryl, you've changed. Natalie, good afternoon.
Hello, I was just ringing to let you know that it's lovely that everyone have had such positive reaction to internet dating. Mm-hmm. But I have to say that that actually broke up my first marriage.
Oh, boy.
So he decided that he was going to go off and do other things and see other people and explore other avenues, and I was left at home kind of thing.
How did you find out?
It just became a bit weird, and I couldn't understand why he was minimising the screen all the time, and he was just on the computer a lot, and it just got really weird with him using the computer. And I had never suspected beforehand, because I'm not that way inclined. So I had no idea. So I just found out eventually I said, "What's happening?" And he said, "Oh, I've been seeing other people."
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's a bit of a... Yeah.
Mind you, that could be seeing other people could happen whether you're on the internet or not, but that would have been horrible, Natalie. Thank you for calling. Din, good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Right. I got a bit of a sad story to start. I lost my first wife of 50 years to a brain tumour.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I was in the wilderness for 18 months. I then went on the internet and I found a lady who'd lost her husband of 48 years 4 months before my wife. We got together. We're married now.
Well, that is lovely, and life is good. Din, thank you. I wish I had longer to chat to you, but we've got the news coming up with Tony Taddeo, and he waits for no man. Rowena Murray's book is called For Fox's Sake. Lovely to see you.
Thanks very much, Dennis.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Enjoy it. After the break, we're going to go wandering in the garden with Vasily. If you've got any gardening problems, give us a call, 96900 693. Elton John, you take us up to the news.
The latest news.